Okay, hello. Today we're going to talk about home inspections. I'm going to give you some insight. There's no such thing as a perfect home, even a brand new home. I really insist all my home buyers have a home inspection. The commonly used sales contract is as is, and that gives the buyer the purchase rights with right to inspect. That means a buyer can cancel the sale and be released from all obligation within their inspection period. Make an informed decision with a factually based home inspection. Buy with confidence in Cape Coral, Fort Myers, and Southwest Florida areas. Today I'm talking to Bob Cantu. He was nice enough to talk about me to me. A handy home inspector has a solid reputation, performs a thorough inspection, and has a fast turnaround time. He also delivers a clear and concise home inspection report. I recommend my buyers hire a handy home inspector. Here's Bob Cantu to tell you a few things and introduce himself and tell you about his company.
Well, thank you for taking the time to speak with me today. A lot of people don't realize how important a home inspection is.
Correct.
A little bit about ourselves. We've been in business for over 15 years. We have 1,900 Google reviews, and we provide exceptional quality inspections and service as well to our clients.
I agree with that. What makes a handy home inspector better than other ones?
There's a lot of great inspection companies out there. We're friends with most of them, of course, and we collaborate to do the best inspections as possible for the community. But what sets us apart is we're a one-stop shop. What we realized is the inspection business originally didn't have all the parts put together. So what we did is we developed a company that could service all of the inspection needs, meaning radon inspections, termite inspections, indoor air quality and mold testing, sewer scope
That's a big one.
camera inspections for older drains, as well as drone inspections. We'll fly a drone on some of these houses that are 3 and 4 stories tall.
Oh, absolutely.
So we're a one-stop shop for all of that.
That is really excellent. How valuable is a home inspection to a buyer?
So interestingly enough, we see all the time people maybe don't make the choice to have a home inspection, and some of these guys are my friends who choose to do it on the cheap, and then they find out once they have moved in, like, wow, there's a lot of stuff in here that I should have had negotiated. So they can be extremely valuable. We have seen the value of some of these home inspections be anywhere from $1,000 to $200,000. Talking about my one friend who bought a house
with the drain issues.
Well, if you miss the drain part of it, that is easily a $12,000 if you have to re-drain the thing or re-sleeve it. So yeah, they're very valuable.
Yeah, you really save money. People don't want to put the money up front, but I actually could save you a lot of heartache.
Yes.
And a lot of grief, because there's things that you don't know, the seller doesn't know, and this happens all the time. As a realtor, I negotiate repairs coming from the home inspection report. Either the seller has to make repairs or the buyer has to be compensated. The buyer can also choose not to go forward with the purchase and get their deposit back. How do you determine what are major issues and minor issues? How do you clarify the minor issues compared to the major issues on the report?
So the great thing is our reporting system is very easy to use. We have a red color, an orange color, and a blue color. And so these items are categorized as red, meaning it's a high dollar item and or a safety item. So you want to draw your attention to that. Orange is maybe you've got dad is a retired contractor and sure he can change an outlet and do some of these maintenance type things. And then blue is welcome to owning a home. It's a cosmetic item, something that it's part of home ownership. So with that being said, the report also has a feature in there that's called a repair request builder. So either you can say, hey, Mr. Seller, we want you to fix this before we buy it, or Mr. Seller, it's going to cost $1,000 to fix this. We'd like this at concessions. And instead of you trying to write out the details of what type of repair you would like, the report gives you our definitions, so everything is very clear, so it gets done right.
Yeah, I really like that.
Right.
And that's preferable. And then I have something to negotiate on.
Yes.
Because I kind of have an idea of how important that repair is. Now, suppose you miss something. And it's possible you're only humans. What's the buyer's recourse?
So it's something that is not so known amongst real estate agencies and companies is in the state of Florida, you do not have to have errors and omissions insurance.
I know.
For
I do.
home inspectors, you might have to, but home inspectors don't. And if they're smaller inspectors, then what they're going to find out is these smaller inspectors, solo inspectors, might not have the errors and omissions insurance in place. So that is one part of it. But
so basically, the buyer is screwed if they use an uninsured inspector.
An uninsured inspector, yes. But the contracts are very well written because a lot of times people don't realize there's limits to home inspection. So the buyers only has the ability to request the cost of the inspection. So if you got a $600 inspection.
Really?
Yes. So now on the flip side of that, we go one step above that. Let's say for whatever reason we missed something and it's right in line with the approximate cost. We have a double money back guarantee where we don't want to see the consumer hurt. And let's say we miss something major, which in my years, in 15 years of business, there's only 2 items that were in question and concern, and we had our errors and omissions insurance cover it and take care of it. So we're insured and we're good. That's why
that's
we pay all this
good.
money
That
for
makes the
insurance.
buyer feel very confident.
Yes.
That you are paying attention and they can be compensated, maybe not for everything, but for something.
Yeah, well, the thing too is these 90-day warranties. We had that service for 2 years. We spent $100,000 on it, and they only paid out 2 claims. So you got to be careful for that as well. As you know,
absolutely.
With a lot of home warranty type companies, they're trying not to pay out. So be careful with that as well.
Yes, of course, they don't want to pay out. They want the money in, but not out. Okay, most sellers think their home is like in top condition, and they're often caught off guard by necessary repairs. In the home inspection report, what can the seller do to prevent these surprises?
So we have what's called a pre-inspection.
I love it.
Prior to listing or pre-listing inspection is really the right definition for it. And what this does is it allows the seller to have a good look at their home and the condition of it. And yes, they might maintain it, but there's a lot of things that happen in the insurance industry where sometimes they'll no longer insure types of plumbing, types of electrical, and you don't know until you get it done. And then, as you can imagine, when you list the home, the person, who's coming in with their own home inspector, and then the price of what it's going to cost to repair that with their people is always about 25 to 50% higher. So it's just better for you to know about it, have some estimates available to the buyer, and present those to whoever's going to buy.
Or if it's something hideous, like repair it.
Yes.
In advance, so you don't get all these dings on your home inspection report.
Yes, if you got 50 minor items and it'll take a handyman a day to come through and spend a few $100s
on the outlets, it doesn't take that much time.
Yeah, that list goes from 50 to maybe about
change your light bulbs if they're worn out.
Yes, simple things.
It's real simple. Okay, now we have a 4-point inspection and a wind mitigation inspection, and those are required for insurance discounts. What other insurance inspections are recommended, especially in this area?
So primarily just the wind mitigation and 4-point inspection. The wind mitigation is designed to give you credit off your insurance based on constructive features, such as a new roof, hurricane strapping, hurricane windows. So that's one report. That's not a pass or fail.
No.
The 4-point inspection is a pass or a fail. They will want to see these things corrected. So those are other things those are other reasons why you might want to have
certain electrical boxes, you can name them, that aren't acceptable at this time. They were installed years ago.
Yes. There's electrical concerns, ages of roofing, condition of roofing, types of plumbing as well.
Oh, absolutely.
So there's a few hot spots in there. So once again, that will reveal that for you.
Polybutylene pipe, that's like a disaster. Always ends up in tears.
Yep.
But okay. Some of Cape Coral and Fort Myers areas had severe flooding from the recent storms. These homes have been remediated. Do you give them any kind of special inspection for the buyer?
So the great thing is when you hire a company like ours, the value that we bring to the client is significant compared to, once again, what we would call a solo inspector, or even a lot of other companies who might have a couple people with them. We are all certified mold assessors.
Uh-huh.
So the
Wow.
technology we use, the cameras that we use are over $1,000. They're called infrared cameras. So you put all this together, the moisture metering tools that we use are $1,000 as well. So all of this helps us understand the environment. We can basically see walls in the walls, in a sense,
Wow.
the color differentiation. And so when there's a blue, a dark blue, that means potential water, and then we come and test with our moisture meters
That's
to see.
fantastic.
So with regards to the flooding, we're very aware of how to find it. And beyond that, we also own another company called Smart Environmental Solutions.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a way of providing solutions to remedy any issue with regards to water and mold. It's called Smart Environmental Solutions.
There's a lot of these houses on the market, and I'm always a bit nervous about them because you don't really know who remediated these houses.
Yes, yep.
And you can really never find out. Okay, I do recommend every buyer has a home inspection. Even for your own information, if the house is as is and you're going to gut it anyway, just at least for the mechanicals and the electricals, and I do recommend calling Bob's company, a handy home inspector. They're great, they're fast, they'll get out there, if not the next day, the day after that, and you'll get the report that very day, and it's very concise and easy to analyze. Because some buyers, they see a report with red marks and they freak out and they think the home is like terrible, but not necessarily. It's all negotiable.
Well, another feature we have too as well is we will do a 24-hour follow-up phone call. Our software lets us know once people have viewed the report as well. Mm-hmm. So what we want to do is it's information overload. So we want to walk them through their concerns. So our field manager or myself contacts
because they have questions. Yes, certainly.
Yes, and since we also own Harrison's Pest Control, we do a free.
You got your hands in a lot of pockets, but it's all good. It's all connected.
It's all designed to help the consumer and create that experience, quality service experience. So what we do initially is we'll do a free initial pest service for the client. And, once people see bugs, most 9 times out of 10,
it's Florida.
They hire us to take care of their bugs too as well. But
have you ever seen a bug in your house?
Yes, that's why I own a pest control company. Yes. So.
You will see some bugs here, okay? But an invasion is a little different.
Yeah.
All right, I think we're done. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope people are a bit more comfortable with having a home inspection, and we were able to explain it.
Yes.
It's not some vast, scary thing. Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.